Well, hello there everybody and welcome to today's video. In this one I'm going to be showing you the amazing new Stegolf Mod by Kaiodenic. This mod allows you to play golf using any dinosaur, but for the purposes of this mod, the Stegolf ball, aka a Stegosaurus, works best, and this mod has been kept very secretive, but I have had access to this, early access, for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, of which I've been testing heavily, giving advice on features, and also designing these 4 awesome maps which contain 9 holes in golf tradition. I'd call it a front 9, half of a full golf course basically, which showcases all of the different hazards and features within the mod. Now, before we go any further, at the time of making this video, Kaiodenic, the creator of this mod, and a whole slew of the best mods ever created for Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2, is only on 1.62k subs. Linked at the top of the description here in this video is his channel. Go over there, subscribe. He does early access kind of showcases and stuff for all of his mods, and is a really sound dude as well. Very helpful in terms of how this mod works. And if you want all the inside info on what he's up to, subscribe to his channel, go over there, but please come back. At the same time, I will be showcasing the hazards and everything in this video, talking about them, but Kaiodenic himself is doing a showcase slash guide on how to set up the hazards properly, and everything like that. So in this guide I'll be talking about the hazards, but I won't be showing you how to use them properly. But later in the video I will be doing a very short, real quick installation of this mod and the save files as well. But other than that, please subscribe to the channel. Very soon to be 10k hopefully. Let's get into it then. Stegolf, let's go. So I think the best way to showcase this mod will be to show each of the holes that I've created for the mod on each of the 4 maps, and talk about the hazards and the different mechanics, so that either if you want to play these maps, you'll know how to play them, and for 2, if you want to design your own maps, you'll already have some ideas for some of the kind of traps and to make your maps interesting. And obviously all your maps with this mod you can upload to the Nexus for yourself as well. So hopefully we see a lot of golf courses, Stegolf courses, uploaded to the Nexus very soon. So the first hole on this map is a relatively simple, straightforward course. There's only one actual hazard in here, but on this mod, if you try and hit over these concrete barriers at any height, you will respawn back to your last shot. If you land in water, you'll also respawn back to your last shot as well. So as you can see, I've designed this in such a way where you kind of have to hit it to there, then to there, then into that volcano. And I'll just show you right now, that inner orb there is the hole, and the outer one is actually a force hazard which pulls the Stegolf ball in. The way I design these maps is that they get progressively harder as you go along. So this first one is literally just hit the ball here, hit the ball there, and then into there, with the extra pull to pull it into the hole at the end as well. So yeah. So all in all, a very straightforward course just to get used to the basic mechanics of the game. So on the map overview you can see the hazards. This is the hole. As you can see, I've set a par 4 on that, and when you take your first shot it starts recording how many shots you've taken. It also tells you the distance to the Stegolf ball over here, and like I say, if you want to know how to set all of this stuff up, check out Kaiodenic's guide. He's going to run you through on how to set everything up the way I have done in this video. But obviously on this one the only hazard to be aware of is the force hazard that pulls it in, but you'll be amazed at some of the later courses, just some of the ingenious traps and hazards that I've actually come up with. I'm sure you're going to like them. Okay, now in between me showing the holes for this and actually playing Stegolf, you'll notice that the quality of the footage is maybe changing a fair bit. If you notice right now, there is a frames per second counter in the top right hand corner. There is a very important reason for this. The in-game physics are actually tied to frame rate, so make sure that you are consistently getting 60 FPS. All of the different physics of this mod have been calculated to that. Yes, the game physics are designed very badly, but as long as you're getting a solid 59 to 60 frames a second, all will work as intended. If you're running on a lower frame rate than that, the Stegolf ball will go way too far. If you're on a higher frame rate than that, the Stegolf ball will not go far enough. 60 FPS is how it's been calculated. So the best way to figure that out is to go to Settings, Display, change the resolution, change the graphics to whatever, and have the frames per second counter in the top right hand corner, and that's the way you're going to get the perfect performance for this. Okay then, so let's get into the first hole of my map pack. So with the mod installed, you press the V key to bring up the Stegolf menu, and yes, you can use this on any dinosaur. There is functions for tranquilize, dinosaurs, yes, you can hit them as well, but this is the only one that's going to count towards your Stegolf score. So as you saw before, we checked the hole and it said 0 shots, and you can change your shot type and shot strength right here with driver, pitching wedge and putter. So the driver is kind of a straight, fairly high hit with quite a lot of power. The pitching wedge is like a high lofted shot for getting over objects, and the putter is kind of straight along the ground. So that's just explaining the basic golfing shot types. And yeah, so we'll do driver and strong. Make sure you're on 60 frames per second, and we'll just give that a good hit like so. Okay, so this is the first hole. It is for testing purposes. So as we do that, now let me just demonstrate. Once the ball landed there, you see it was red with an outline. You can't take a shot until it's settled unless you change that in the hole settings, but Kaiodenic will explain that in his video. So if I try and hit it over this wall, for example, it won't work. That's just cost me a shot. And then if I also try and hit it into that water there, that'll also reset me. So as you can see, you don't want to do that. Now just hold the Alt key and click on the Stegolf ball to reset it completely, and hold Control and Alt so it goes purple, and that'll reset all holes on the map. Okay, so let's actually get into some Stegolf then. This is actually really fun, I promise you. Now we're past the technical stuff, we can actually have a game of Stegolf. So I'm aiming to get it in that hole in 3 shots if I can, because you always kind of want to be par or below. So strong driver, let's hit it, or full power let's say, and see where the Stegolf ball is. Look at that. Nice shot, good shot old bean. Yeah. Then onto that island, avoiding the water and the concrete barriers. Any other fences will not reset you, just this concrete barrier fence. Okay, so let's have a look. Is that good as a shot? I think so. Yeah, I don't want to get stuck behind that rock really. I think a pitching wedge might have to come into play. Let's go for strong on the pitching wedge and just try and chip it into there. Oh, come on. Hopefully that force pull will bring it in. Come on, will it suck it in? Yes, it will. Okay. And as you can see, when it goes blue, that means it's counted in the hole. So now I can click on that Stegolf ball hole 1, as you can see, score 1 under par, 3 strokes, completed, true. Awesome, this mod works very, very good. Okay, like I say, for the hazards, watch Kaiodenic's video on how to set them up. These maps were designed from start to finish by me. I sunk about 30 hours into all 4 of these maps, and I will be honest with you right now, these are the basic ones. The later ones are extreme. There's all kinds of hazards, mirrors, force pushes, resetters. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in combination as well, and speed boosters. Yep, all used to great effect. Okay, so I'm going to stay in this graphics mode because recording all of the intros like I did before is going to take ages going in and out of the settings. My graphics card is not the best, so Yeah. The best way to do it as well, make sure you got VSync on in the settings to lock the frame rate to 60 FPS. So on this one, look, it's more of like a put-in one. You can use any shot, of course, but all the way round, look, you've got this concrete barrier fence, which stops any kind of monkey business, you know. So let's start off on this then. Let's go for the Stegolf key. We're probably going to want a medium driver, I think, for this. Okay, let's give that a good hit. Where's that gone? That was just a normal strength shot. Behind that rock is not ideal, I will be honest. How many shots is it for par on this? 5 for par on this. Oh, I think I was a bit too generous there. Okay, so I think we're going to go pitching wedge strong. Should be enough to loft it over that ridge there. Oh how look how well that worked out. Oh yes, right. I just have to say how incredibly silly this mod actually is. And yeah, I know the thumbnail has Jeff Goldblum in it. Not clickbait. I think we're going to go for a normal pitching wedge now. And full power. Oh, that was a little bit underpowered. That's okay. But now we get to use the putter. We'll go with normal on that. There's no force to kind of bring the Stegolf ball in on this. This will be explained more in the later courses. And let's just go for a putt shot. That was too powerful. Will it roll in though? Will it roll in? Will it? Let's have a look. And it's settled and it is in. So let's have a look. Click on the hole and 1 under par. Nice. So I was under par on that. Okay, now if you all like this enough, I may do some kind of competition with some new courses, or set the pars a bit tougher on this, see who can beat it and whatnot. And I may do some kind of competition, who knows. So this is a par 3, which seems a bit rough, but weirdly enough, this is doable in 2. Yeah, it's all measured out. Obviously there's a lot of water. It's quite thingy there, quite accurate you need to be. You can see one big epic shot there. So yeah, that's all good. So let's hit this. Go for it's going to need to be a strong shot on this one with a driver, most likely. I designed these, so I know it's quite definitely the strong driver. But where did that go? Oh, will it land there? Okay, bearing in mind the other dinosaurs won't attack the Stegolf ball, so don't worry about that. Okay, so there we go. This is just getting you used to the actual Stegolf mechanics rather than any of the hazards or anything like that. So I think we're going to go strong pitching wedge. I mean, is that a bit bold? I think it might be a bit bold. Let's have a look. Is that too bold? Oh, it might slow a little bit. Let's have a look. You never know. Oh, it might roll in. Come on. In two. Come on. That's in. Now, you've got to love the ingenuity of Kaiodenic. They're actually gyrosphere balls. Balls? Yes, spheres. Which are resized assets, yeah? So, possibly the first mod that actually showcases resized assets. But yeah, it's all good. So obviously it can be a bit tough to select the hole there. But 2 shots, 1 under par. Lovely stuff. So that was just getting you used to the mechanics, the different shot types, and whatnot. So these are the easy courses. The next ones are the mediums. So let's load up and have a look at those. And yes, they do load just like any other sandbox map. So I'm just going to choose Stegolf holes 4 and 5. Like I say, the install guide is later in the video. So we've just loaded into the holes 4 and 5 map. And as you can see, this one starts here. You've got a bit of an uphill climb going up to here. I have just upped my graphical settings a little bit. I do apologise for my terribly outdated graphics card. But this is where we start getting into the hazard. You see, this is a push hazard. So if you actually go too far on this, you'll get pushed back. If you don't hit straight enough, you'll get pushed off the side. If you get it just right, it'll push you to the edge and line you up nicely for this next shot, which is a pull hazard. So if you get your shot anywhere within that, it'll kind of pull you in to this middle platform. If you don't get it quite right, there is respawners at the bottom, which will respawn you back to your last shot. And then obviously the final shot coming up here onto this bit, which is probably the most similar to looking like a golf course. So in all of the maps. Okay, so that's that there for hole number 4. Now hole number 5, this one looks quite straightforward, but all along that section there is actually speed boosters. So if you don't hit your shot straight, you'll go flying off the edge. And yeah, I'll have to speed up the camera a little bit for this. You hit your shot straight down here. Do you like the golf ball motif there? Yeah, but you keep going this way. There's some galleys and stroofers dotted about. Nice little crash barrier there. And on these corners we have mirrors. So whatever angle you hit the Stegolf ball at that sphere is the exact angle it'll bounce off. And you can set different powers and strengths to them. But it's set in such a way where if you do it right, you can actually hit it from there off the mirror all the way into the hole at the end of this arrow. And as you can imagine, yes, designing these courses took a hell of a long time. Yes, a very long time. So yeah, now's a good time to please ask you very politely to like the video if you're enjoying it so far. Much appreciated. Let's get into playing some Stegolf then. Okay then, so on to hole number 4. We're lining up for this. Gonna need a strong driver, I think. Get it up this hill, maybe. Okay, let's have a look. Will it go? It will. Pitching wedge. Let's go. Strong. You see, you do have to wait for the Stegolf ball to come almost to a stop to be able to hit it. So let's go. Nice strong pitching wedge. Will that do? Oh. 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 Me likey a lot. There we go. So you need to hit it fairly straight for this. Try and aim for the arrow from this spot here. You just kind of click and hold and then drag the shot back, and you can see it changes colour for how much power you're putting in as well. So red is the most power, and then all the way down to green or orange, as you can see, like so. Very well made mod. Yes, yes indeed. Kaiodenic, you are a genius. Yeah, just that method of making sure the golf ball is in place for another shot apparently took a lot of coding. So go over to Kaiodenic's channel, linked at the top of the description of this video. Go subscribe to him right away, please. I urge you. He deserves it more than most other YouTubers I know. So yeah, there we go. So we've done the strong hit there, and you'll see, okay, it'll look like it's going to land a bit short, but that push will actually just edge it towards the edge there. I love this mod. I love this mod. And like I say, all in all, with all the maps, about 30 hours put into designing these maps. Yeah, quite a lot of time. So I think again we're probably going to need a strong driver. So let's try and make sure that goes relatively straight on this. Okay, and you see it got sucked in. Okay, I have set these up in such a way that you can hit it away from there as well. So okay, we'll go with a strong driver there. Okay, was it enough to pull it away? It was. Very nice. Now you see this shot is a little bit too close for a full power shot, but not that close, not that far away that I need to be using a power shot. Yeah, I'm just rambling now, it seems. So we'll go with a normal driver on this and just see how that plays out. Let's have a look. Is that going to be... Oh, look at that. Too good. So, and it is in. Okay. So within that, we have 1 under par, 6 strokes. I'm happy with that as a shot. So that shows off the push hazard and the pull hazard. Okay. Not necessarily hazards, they do help you out a little bit on them, but called hazards just like they are in golf. So next up then we have this one, and you're probably best off going with a putter on this. You want to keep the angle fairly low. So I'm going to go normal power. Anything more and the speed boosters is just gonna wreck your day. You'll see. Oh, it managed to stay in. The speed boosters are kicking in though. Yep, you can see it's actually being pushed along. These are used again later as well. So we'll go with a putter. Let's try and aim it down that angle there. Okay, I'm trying to get it not quite far enough where the mirror caught it there. I might even reset that just to show you what a good shot on that looks like. So I will go strong on that. And let's try again. Oh, it lifted off. Medium it is. And wait a minute, that looks better. That looks much better. There we go, look. The speed shot. There we go. Now onto the mirror. You can choose to use these on this stage or not. On later maps I've done it where you do have to use the mirrors. But I think I may only, I don't know. We'll go strong. And bearing in mind, any angle that it hits that, it's going to bounce off at the opposite angle. So, oh, kind of glitched it a little bit there. That's okay. And again, I've glitched it. Not the best showcase for that one so far. But as you can see, that did bounce off the mirror. Okay, and the physics for that are a little bit janky. But if we go putter, weak, we just want to line that up with the hole like so. And let's go strong on that. Okay, and see if I can just... Whoa, Nelly. That is in though. Okay. What was the par on that one? Par 5, and I got that in 7. So, yeah, 2 over par for that one. But that's okay. I hope you like the design of these courses. And hopefully they'll show you how to make a course. Essentially, you have these like respawners. And obviously, if you get it to a point where, say you fell off that edge, I've got these respawners set up in such a way with a radius on them. If I select them, as with other hazards, look, you can see the radius on there is 40. So all along there, you won't just fall on that bit of land and not be in the water, but not be able to hit your next shot. I've kind of thought of everything with this. So you use your imagination a bit, but you have to kind of do little things and that just to make sure your courses are user-friendly, let's say. So, yeah. That's all good. So let's load up the next holes then. These will be holes 6 and 7 on the San Diego map, also known as San Diegolf. Yep, you don't have to laugh if you don't want to. I'll see you when that's loaded in. Okay then, so on this map I am showcasing a load more hazards. We're focusing a little bit on soft resetters, mirrors, boosters, all kinds of stuff. So all of these with the X through them, as you can see, I've been trying to design the maps in such a way where it teaches you how to use the hazards. So this here is a soft reset. You can just hover over them anyway to see what they do. And obviously if you go within that orb, you will reset to your last shot. There is actually hard resetters which reset you all the way back to the beginning. I've not used any of them in my maps because I think they're a little bit too harsh. But if you wanted to make torture maps, they are there if you wanted to use them. Obviously, we've got a resetter that's in the air, so you have to make sure your shot goes under there. Resetter there. Then one big mirror. But I've set this with a high intensity. So whatever you hit into this, whatever power you put into your shot will be catapulted away with 4.5 times that force. So you have to really temper your shot. And all along here is pushers that keep you off this wall. So it is possible to hit off this mirror and in one shot get it in that hole once you get to that point. It's a very tough shot, but it is doable. I've designed these holes so that with the pars, it is possible to go 1 under par with a good run, but if you get a miracle shot, you can actually get an eagle on pretty much all of the holes. So that's all good. That's hole number 6. And on to hole 7 then. And for this, yes, I did do a recreation of San Diego. So I have upped my graphical settings for these showcases. So if there is kind of frame rate dipping or anything like that, Yeah, understand that that's my bad graphics card, but I will be putting the graphics settings down a little bit to make sure I get 60 FPS for when I'm actually playing the course. I hope you like my San Diego recreation. I thought, what better way than include an actual film location into the course design. So yes, I built this from the ground up, this San Diego recreation. And as you can see, obviously we've got the concrete barriers, so you have to come in this way. And these are all soft respawners, so if you land in any of these or hit them, then you will respawn to where your last shot was. So you have to hop to that enclosure, hop to that enclosure, hop anywhere into this service area, and then the final hole is actually in the middle of the San Diego amphitheatre. What a lovely course design that is. Okay then, so on to hole 6. Let's play this. Putter, strong maybe. Yep, it's been a few days since I've actually played these, so I'm not going to go full power on that. Bear in mind it's a soft respawner, so I'm going to show you what that means right now. If it actually hits into any of these, it'll just respawn you to your last known position. So I'm going to respawn because I actually want to see what score I can get on these, of course. So we'll hit this kind of in the yellowish orange, because we want to line up on that next shot, you see. So there we go. Now we're going to want a full speed putter. Okay, oh, don't hit that. Okay, and then another full speed putter again, maybe. Okay, that was actually a really nice shot. Now this is where things can get a little bit crazy. So how do I want to hit this? I'm going to go putter medium. Bearing in mind whatever speed you hit that mirror, because I've set it to 4.5 times intensity, it will bounce off at 4.5 times the speed that it hits it with. So, oh, no. Let's try a strong on that and a little bit more of that angle. Whoa, whoa, Nelly. Let's try that again. A little bit less to that side. Whoa, there we go. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Oh, just with a bit more power, it would have gone in the hole. You see, it is doable. It is doable. So now we just want a weak putter just to tap that in at the end. Okay. So as you can see, I set it as par 6, and even with all them errors, I was 1 over par. It's doable in 5, believe it or not. I have seen it done in 5, and the thing is, I didn't actually change my graphical settings. Just give me one moment. There we go. So should be a bit smoother now. Okay, so onto this one then. Let's go for a strong driver just to hit it clean over there. Okay, let's have a look. Uh-oh. Is it going to go into the resetter? Oh, that was too much power right from the beginning. Okay. Bear in mind, if you want to be a bit cheeky, you can just reset it there. Shh. Okay, it doesn't need full power then. Official, it doesn't need full power. So let's go a little bit less and see how that goes. Just over the water is what I'm looking for. Yep, good. Good. Let's go for a strong pitching wedge then. I'm trying to aim for middle of that enclosure if I can get it. Okay, I'm taking the shot. Is that too far? With a pitching wedge, it's deceptive because it looks like it's going to go too far, but it actually slows down quite quickly in the air. This game was not designed for this. Okay. And on to the next shot then. So let's pitch and wedge over to that next enclosure. Now, if you want to try and play this a bit safer, you can go around the edge if you want to, but it is most beneficial to go over this way. So let's try and knock it over into that next enclosure. Let's have a look. San Diego in the background, gotta love it. Okay, and that's actually going really well. Okay, so pitch and wedge again. Notice as well in the respawn zones, I've actually got raptors in there. And I think it's Dilophosaurus in the other one, just to show that they're the dangerous ones. It's all nice, peaceful ones in the safe enclosures. Just a little design choice there. Why not? So let's try and hit it into that service area over there. Remember, don't actually go over the concrete barriers because that'll respawn you to the last position. Ooh, is this lining up well? It is. Okay, we're probably going to want a normal pitching wedge. No, I'll go strong. I'll go strong. Now what I like is the actual, all the collision with the amphitheatre is correct. So if you land it well enough, it'll actually tumble in off the stands. So let's go pitching wedge strong. I don't want to give this full power. We'll give it about yellowish. Is that going to be good? I think it is. Oh, look at that. Into the T-Rex enclosure. Why not? And yes, it is the two Jurassic Park 2 skins, the 1997 skins. Okay, what's that look? 2 under par, so I actually eagled that. Lovely stuff. Okay, and I'm looking back now thinking, wow, all the time put into these maps and they can be done in just a minute. You know, game time, 5 hours 14. So it took me 5 hours to design this map. Testing, designing, testing, over and over again, just to showcase these hazards. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy playing these maps. There is one more to go yet, the most complex of all the maps so far. So let's load up to that one. Notice how I've picked a different location for each one as well, just to keep the environments nice and varied. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention you don't need any DLC for this. It's set up in such a way that no DLC is needed. So Stegolf holes 8 and 9, let's load them up. And these are the toughest of them all. Okay then, so we are now looking at hole number 8 and 9. And yes, these are the toughest that I have created so far. If you like these enough, let me know in the comments and I will design an absolute torture course. But this is about as torture as it gets for now. These are still very tough. So this one here is a giant mirror. So I've done this in such a way where you have to hit this with enough power for it to bounce a few times on the mirror and land on land. But not enough power, you end up going to the sides or backwards. And too much power, you'll end up flying off into the concrete barrier. So you have to temper your power really well. Once you've landed in this area, you actually line up and you have to actually get the mirror just right because you can't hit over the water. You have to use this mirror. Then this section here is actually boosted. So I can't remember what speed I put these boosters on. 2.5, so whatever speed you're going, you'll be sped up 2.5 times through that section. And at the end, if you hit it too hard, you'll actually go over the hole and into a soft respawner and have to redo your shot. And that is a par 6. Double in 4. Yes. So one shot to there, second shot to there, no, second shot to there, third shot to there. If you get it right with enough bounce, and fourth shot into the hole. Now this one is the hardest of them all. There's a reason why I've put cope on the starting position, because you just have to try and cope. You have to get a nice pitching wedge shot up to here. And I've put PW to try and indicate that that is the case. Now, your next shot has to literally go through the middle of that with a very, very accurate pitching wedge shot. Once you get to the bottom, you'll land here. There is a pusher which will push you a bit further out through there. And from there, this is a boosted ramp, so you have to hit with the right speed to actually fly over this ramp, over the water, not so far as to get caught by the barrier at the end, but clear the water. And then you get onto a section which I call the graveyard. Now, it'd be without actually selecting these and figuring it out, you wouldn't really know which one the hole was. So right here, look, you have a correct or incorrect option. So blue crates are soft respawners, and the crane with the white crate is the end. And as you've noticed, look, they've kind of even got little gravestones and everything on them with the herbivore logo, the herbivore sign being the correct one. All the rest are dead T-Rexes and Velociraptors. So yeah, with an Indominus as the Undertaker on patrol. So if you like themes, there you go. So let's get into playing these courses then. Let me just notch my graphical settings down a bit. For yourself, if you've got a decent graphics card, you won't have to do that, but I do. I'm on a 1070 Founders Edition. Once I can get a better graphics card, I will get one. But okay then, so time to line up this shot. Now, I will recommend a strong driver for this. I think it was a Power 6, this one. Now, with too much power, you're going to bounce all the way over. But we'll... Ooh, I'm just wondering what power to give this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on it. So that's full power. Let's give it a bit of like yellow. Let's see. Oh, that was a decent bounce, but is it going to be too much of a bounce? We'll have a look. Where did it go? Oh, it's still in orbit. It's still in orbit. That's good. Wait a minute. That's going to slow. I think that's going in the water there. Okay, just a little bit more power needed. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll go... I did it kind of yellowish before. We'll go almost red. Let's see how that goes. Zoom that out a touch. Okay, let's have a look. Move the camera around a little bit. There we go. And will it work? Come on. Is that going to be a good bounce? Is it enough? Nope. These are designed to be tough, to show you what is possible with the mod. Okay, so yeah, don't get mad at me. Play the other courses. They're a bit easier. Or design your own course. That's the magic of this mod. You can make your own courses, of course. Courses, of course. Okay. Yeah, I hope I don't have to include a SpongeBob type 3 hours later section, but if I keep messing this shot up, I might have to. Wait a minute, no, that's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, and oh, that's the angle I'm looking for. There we go, look at that. And there is actual light pushers on each side to stop you from going off the edge on that. They're not visible, I've set them that way, but that is the way that works. So, onto the putter. We'll go medium on this. I don't want to overhit. Okay, and just straight into that section there. Lovely stuff. Now, here comes a fairly tricky shot. We're going to need a driver, possibly normal or strong. I'll try strong to begin with. Let's have a look. Oh, that was actually a really good shot. Okay, so putter, and you notice it got sped up through that section as well. Probably only going to want normal because there is a bit of a speed boost on this. Normal power. Okay, and is that going to go? Just short of that. Just short. Let's go for a weak one then. Just enough to tap it in. There we go. Hole complete. And bearing in mind I actually counted them opening shots as well. So that's a par 7 and I got 1 over par. So I did that in 8 shots. And as you can see, once it's in the hole, the Stegolf ball goes blue, if you've not worked that out so far. If you want to reset, just hold the Alt key and click it. Or you can hold Control and Alt and click any of the hole or the spawn point or the Stegolf ball while holding Control and Alt, and it will reset all of the golf balls on the course. Okay, so next up then for the cope. Pitching wedge, strong. Full power's a little bit too much. I'll go a little bit less. Okay, let's have a look. Is it going to make it up there? Oh, just a little bit shy. Okay, and as you'll see, it'll go tumbling down to the soft respawner at the bottom. Oh, brilliant. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to go all in with the power this time. Is that going to do the trick? Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Okay. Now, bearing in mind the camera is not designed for this, so I'm just going to try and have to line this up. I am a controller player on PC, so I'm using controller for camera. Okay. Pitch and wedge strong. Now, this has to be very precise. I'm not going to go full power again. I did this where you don't quite need full power for it to go in, but I'm going to go to camera controls for this controller for the camera controls. No, I think that's going to need full power. All of them are soft respawners, and yes, that did take a long time to set that up as accurately as I did it. So right, let's try again then. Bearing in mind with my low graphical settings, when I move the camera further away, a lot of the orbs will disappear, but I can see where I'm aiming anyway, so I'm going to give that a good whack this time. And is that going to be enough? That's looking promising. Let's go to the Stegolf ball view. Let's have a look. Ha 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 ha. Okay, and there is a weak pusher at the bottom, so it will push just into the right angle for that jump shot there at the end. Oh, look at that. Lovely. You wouldn't believe how much testing it requires to set that up. So next up then we have the jump over here. And it is boosted. So we have one big booster in the middle. Intensity 2.0. So you have to hit this fairly straight. Let's go for that. You can see my frames per second is like 30 on this bit. If I can get it to about there, I might get some decent frames per second. There we go. And I'm going to need a putter on this, probably normal. Is that going to speed it up? It is. Is it going to clear the water though? That's the question. Come on. Come on, clear the water. Come on. Remember, I could have done that strong. Okay, I am going to have to do a weak putter shot there, just to edge this over, because I'm going to hit the fence with my shot otherwise. Okay, and just tap this over that way. There we go. And then we get to the right or wrong section. And bearing in mind, all of these that aren't the middle one are soft respawners. So if I miss the shot, I'll get put back here. So you need a really accurate shot to land in that center one for the hole. So we'll go with this is the tough one because the margin of error is so small, and it's very hard to line up a shot because there's not really any visual markings as such that you can use to kind of line up shots every time, you know. So this one is the final test. So we'll go with pitching wedge, strong. Okay, I'm umming and ahhing a little bit. That looks like it's too fast, but they do slow down quite rapidly. That's a shame. That was so close. Let's try this again then. Pitching wedge, strong. We're aiming for that nicely. Let's give it a little bit less power. There. Is that going to be right? It's slowing down nicely. Is it going to be right though? Is it going to be right? Come on. Is it going to be? Oh, there we go. I can't guarantee you'll have as much success as I'm having. I've gone through a lot of testing with this. So now if I select the hole, par 5, you see that's very strict. 3 over par, so I did that in 8 shots. But madly enough, this is doable in 4. Yes, you can hit up to there in 1 shot. Second shot. Okay, from there, 3rd shot. Oh, don't tell me it's doable in 3. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots. Yeah, it's doable in 4. And like I say, you can use the reset. So if we go to that and use the resetter, and obviously if you want to use this on any other dinosaur, just hold control to tranquilize them. And let's just ping. Yeah, there's no respawners for the other dinosaurs. Okay, we've got some alpine ceratos. Oh, that was daft. Okay, so we just kind of go ping, 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 and ping. There we go. It's raining ceratos Okay, as a celebration. That one's impaled on the fence. You can get some really hilarious results just by messing with the dinosaurs. Gonna be honest, and yes, it will work on aquatic species as well. So we have a nice Moser there. Why not just ping the Moser? Okay, look at that. It's a shame the mirror didn't work on that. Okay, a lot of fun to be had just with that function as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy playing these maps. I nearly forgot to do the install guide, which I promised you at the beginning of the video, but that is the maps as I have made them, and this one took a whole load of other time to make as well. So what we're on with this one, 7.5 hours. Okay, lovely. So that's what, 5 hours, 14.5 hours, 19.5 hours, about 27 hours all in to make them 4 courses. So it does take a while. Making simpler courses, you could do that in a lot less time. Let's be honest, you can make these a lot quicker. But I wanted these to be like a real nice showcase of all the different hazards that are on offer. And Kaiodenic will show you how to use all of these in his video. And I've got a pre-release kind of build, so all the UI elements aren't complete yet. But it's the same tools as you'll have, but you'll have actual icons. Whereas I don't have icons, I just have the names, but I know what they all do. So that's all good. So let's get on to the install guide then. Okay then, and welcome to the install guide part of the video. I'll try and keep this fairly brief. For this, you will need the Steam or Epic Games version of Jurassic World Evolution 2. The Xbox Game Pass version may also work for the mod, but my save file maps will not work for that. You can create your own maps and use them yourself, but you won't be able to download and use or share your own maps if you're on the Game Pass version. So Steam or Epic Games 100% will work fine. Xbox Game Pass, you'll just be able to use the mod, create your own maps, use your own maps. Okay, as far as I know, it should work fine on the Game Pass, but I don't have Game Pass anymore, so that's all good. So first of all, you will need the ACSE for this. If you already have that, then please skip this step. It's the latest version on the Nexus page. All of these will be linked in the description down below, of course. And if you're wondering when my next definitive Ultimate Mod install guide video will arrive, I know a lot of people have been asking me that. It will be very, very soon. Okay, as soon as new species and replacements get figured out, that's when my new mod install guide video will be out. That's literally what I've been waiting for all this time. Okay, plus I knew that the update would break some mods, and I was correct. So we've gone to the ACSE download page, which is linked in the description. Go to files. If you already have this, then skip to the next step, but you want this manual download of the ACSE and slow download like so, and it will come in almost instantaneously. Now you want to find your OVL data folder, so wherever you have the game installed for Steam or Epic, basically you'll find this folder with the Islands Movies and Win64 in it. So you want to open up Win64, open up OVL data, and drop the ACSE from here into there. Okay, so in your OVL data folder, you may not have some of these other folders. These are other mods that I use. Highly recommended for use in terms of making golf courses, which would be Terrain Tools, Sandbox. I will link my other mod install guide video in the description as well if you want these other mods, but this is not a full mod install guide video, just showing you how to install Stegolf. So yeah, make sure your ACSE folder is in there and looks like that. You will also need the KaiCore General mod, exactly the same way. Just go to files, manual download on that, and slow download. You will need to create a Nexus account, of course, and then just open that up. And you just literally want this KaiCore General folder to go in your OVL data folder, so it looks like that in OVL data. So make sure you have ACSE so far and KaiCore General. Okay, next up is the KaiCore Menu. You want this is essential. All three of these are essential for Stegolf to work. So we go KaiCore Menu, download, slow download, and KaiCore Menu. Okay, and exactly the same again, just copy that into your OVL data folder so it appears in that list with everything else. Okay, and to finish up, I don't actually have a download link for Stegolf because it's not publicly released yet. So the way the mod will appear will be Stegolf that looks like this. It will be linked as soon as it releases, but Stegolf will appear here. Just pretend this is Stegolf, just do manual download on that and download like so. I'm not actually going to hit download, but it's exactly the same as before, and in your downloads folder you will have Stegolf. So just once that's in, open up Stegolf and that Stegolf folder, just go to OVL data and drop it in like so. So you have Stegolf, KaiCore General, KaiCore Menu and the ACSE. That's all the mods that you need to run this. So Stegolf is now installed. If you don't want the maps that you've seen me playing that I designed myself, then you don't have to do any more steps. It's all done. But if you do want to play these maps and maybe doing a competition down the line, so you might want to get practice in. But on this mod page, pretend this is Stegolf. There will be an optional files. I've picked Kai's Wii Toolbox because it has a good optional files that I can demonstrate with. For the Stegolf mod install page, there will be optional files and my maps. Once you've downloaded them, they will appear in your DLs. They might not be called Stegolf Holes 1 to 9 pack, might be called Stegolf Maps or something like that, but that will be the zip that you're looking for. Now for the Steam and Epic versions of the game, you will need to find your saves folder, which will be in, let's go all the way through till we find it. So you go to your drive C, you want to go to users, your username, save games, Frontier Developments, Jurassic World Evolution 2, the long number. I actually have 2 installs of this, okay, and I'm not sure if that's the one. I think it is, yeah. And that is the one. You'll probably only have 1 long number in there, and once you've got these save files here, you just drop them in like so. So when you load up your game, they will be in your saves list. Depending on how long it is until you watch this video, you might have to scroll down, but they are dated 11th of the 9th, 2022, 11th of September. So scroll down your sandbox maps list when you load up the game, when it comes to loading a save, and they will be listed for 11th of September. That's the final revisions of these maps. So that will be listed. As you can see, it's on screen, the full file path there. So it's local disk C, users, your username, save games, Frontier Developments, Jurassic World Evolution 2, the long number, and then the saves folder, and you drop them into there. Okay, that won't overwrite any of your saves. It won't overwrite or delete any of your saves or mess up your progress. They're just sandbox files. Unless you start deleting these, you'll have no problems there. So when you load up the game, and we'll just test that real quick just to show that it has worked fine. So I will catch you in a second when I've loaded up. Okay, so I'm on the main menu. You can see the ACSE's installed because it says ACSE 0.647 down the bottom. If you're watching this video further down the line, the ACSE number might even be higher, but that just means you're on the latest version, so that's a good thing. So when you go to load into Sandbox, you can see I have other saves which I've done since then, but they will be listed here, and obviously they are in order of difficulty. So 1, 2 and 3 are very easy, just to get you introduced to the maps. 4 and 5 introduces some new hazards, a bit more difficult. 6 and 7's a little bit tougher again with other new hazards, and 8 and 9 are the very hard courses with a whole mixture of all the different hazards thrown in, and you've seen me play all them throughout the course of this video. But other than that, it is installed fine. Like I say, top of the description is Kaiodenic's channel. Let me just go to that real quick. And here we are at Kaiodenic's channel, 1.62k subs. honestly, go over there, subscribe to him. Look, he puts out all the good stuff. Look at some of these previous mods. Look where he's done showcases and stuff, expanded scenery, terrain tools, first person mode, which became an official feature, expanded behavior for Jurassic World Evolution 2, the Wii tools, damage tool. Honestly, he's done so much stuff. Mixed eras for the first game, Overgrowth, Man on Rock. You know, it's crazy how many good mods he's done to keep the mod scene on Jurassic World Evolution 2 literally so relevant and up to date. I know there's so many other good modders as well, so thank you to all of them, but Kaiodenic does a lot of the real core gameplay mods, and he is the one who created the Stegolf mod. So go to his channel, and if you want to make your own Stegolf courses, he'll have a full video coming very soon. He has assured me it will be out today, so that's why I've done my video today ahead of time to release alongside the mod releasing. But on his video he will show you how to set all of the assets up, all the hazards, and use them effectively like I have done on my own builds. So other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Get over to Kaiodenic's channel and subscribe to him. If you've not subscribed to Wonders GTA Gaming already, please do. The channel is growing at an exponential rate. I can't thank you all enough. Long-term subscribers, new subscribers, everyone who is in the channel memberships, thank you very much. You know, that really helps the channel keep going in terms of, I don't know, paying me electric bill and my internet bill. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. It all helps. If you want to consider becoming a member, just click that join button next to the subscribe button and check out the membership options there. And very soon will be the ultimate mod install guide version 4, showing all of the best mods to install, because the other one is getting a little bit out of date now. So yeah, other than that, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the support. I hope you enjoy playing some Stegolf. And I will catch you all again very, very soon. All the best, everybody. Much love. Stay safe. Catch you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.